In this chapter, as Poirot and Dr. Shepherd observe the inhabitants of Fernley Park, a seemingly carefree conversation by a goldfish pond leads to more questions and a surprising, intimate discovery.
We walked back to the house together. Poirot paused on the terrace, his back to the house, slowly turning his head from side to side.
Une belle propriété. Who inherits it?
His words gave me a shock. Until that moment, the question of inheritance had never come into my head.
It is a new idea to you, that. You had not thought of it before, eh?
No, I wish I had.
But it is not easy to hide things from Hercule Poirot. He has a knack of finding out.
He led me down a path enclosed in yew hedges, then up the side of a wooded slope to a seat with a splendid view, looking right down on a paved recess and a goldfish pond.
England is very beautiful, and so are English girls. Hush, my friend, and look at the pretty picture below us.
It was Flora. She was moving along the path below, humming a little snatch of song, her step more dancing than walking. In spite of her black dress, there was nothing but joy in her whole attitude.
Sound of a joyful, carefree hum and light footsteps on gravel.
As she gave a sudden pirouette and laughed outright, a man stepped out from the trees. It was Hector Blunt.
How you startled me. I didn't see you. What I like about you is your cheery conversation.
Never was much of a fellow for talking, not even when I was young.
That was a very long time ago, I suppose. How does it feel to be Methuselah?
Time. I went back to Africa. I'm no good in this sort of life. Haven't got the manners for it. I'm a rough fellow.
But you're not going at once. Not while we're in all this trouble. Oh, please.
You want me to stay? I meant you personally.
I want you to stay, if that makes any difference.
It makes all the difference.
They sat down on the stone seat by the pond. Neither seemed to know what to say next.
I can't help feeling happy, in spite of everything. That's awful, I suppose?
Quite natural. Never saw your uncle until 2 years ago. Can't be expected to grieve very much. Better to have no humbug about it.
I'll tell you why I'm happy. Mr. Hammond, the lawyer, has been. Uncle Roger has left me £20,000. Think of it. It's everything. Freedom, life, no more scheming and scraping and lying.
Lying?
You know what I mean. Pretending. I'm free. Free to do what I like. Free not to. I forget now. Nothing important.
I felt uneasy. We were not exactly eavesdropping, but Poirot put a warning pressure on my arm. He wished me to remain silent.
Clearing his throat loudly. I demand pardon. I cannot allow Mademoiselle thus extravagantly to compliment me and not draw attention to my presence. To spare my blushes, I must join you and apologize.
He hurried down the path with me close behind him.
This is M. Hercule Poirot. Poirot.
I am in need of some information that you can give me, Major Blunt. When did you last see M. Ackroyd alive?
At dinner. Didn't see him after. Heard his voice.
How was that?
Strolled out on the terrace. About 9:30, heard Ackroyd talking in his study.
Surely you couldn't hear voices in the study from that part of the terrace.
To my surprise, Blunt flushed.
Went as far as the corner. Thought I saw a woman disappearing into the bushes.
And the dagger, Mademoiselle, when you were looking at the silver table, was it in its place?
I'm perfectly certain the dagger was not there. Inspector Raglan doesn't believe me. He thinks I'm saying it to shield Ralph.
And aren't you?
It is true, Major Blunt. There is something that glitters in this pond. Let us see if I can reach it.
He knelt, bared his arm, and lowered it slowly into the water. But the mud swirled, and he drew his arm out again, empty-handed and muddy. We were invited for lunch and set out toward the house, Flora and Blunt walking ahead.
In a low tone, what hair? The real gold. They will make a pretty couple. She and the dark, handsome Captain Peyton. Will they not?
And all for nothing, too. I wonder what it was in the pond.
Would you like to see? My good friend Hercule Poirot does not run the risk of disarranging his costume without being sure of attaining his object. Before showing my empty hand, I dropped what it contained into my other hand.
He held out his left hand, palm open. On it lay a little circlet of gold, a woman's wedding ring.
Look inside.
I did. Inside was an inscription in fine writing, from R, March 13th.